noted that there's a Firehawk flying around with no airfield. If Fear, I don't know if Fear knows about that Firehawk, but if he did, it would be a smart idea to try and put another airfield down so the Firehawk can land, because Firehawks are expensive. Don't want to just lose it. Meanwhile, Scorpion's causing problems for Fear. The Grenadiers trying uselessly to attack them with their grenades. And the Sonic Emitter getting taken down very easily by a group of Spectres. And there it goes. It appears that Fear has now researched the railgun upgrade, so his tanks will be fairly hard hitting. Not quite as hard hitting as those Spectres, though, taking down that war factory. And Liang smartly runs away with Spectres, with the Obelisk taking out the Predator tank. Oh, and another Predator tank. Each Predator tank that goes down is huge since there's so little money left in this game. Especially since Fear researched the railgun upgrade. Oh, a large group of Fear's rocket men moving in. And the Juggernauts are moving in. I think this is the final push, ladies and gentlemen. The Spectres fire. One last shot before they die. Taking down a Juggernaut. Meanwhile, some Scorpion tanks moving in. Trying desperately to take down the Juggernaut to close range. The rocket men fire. And here come the Spectres. Do some more damage. The shot is fired. And misses. It should be noted that a fair amount of Tiberium is regrown. If Fear can manage... Ooh, there's a Predator tank running around. Oh, there goes the Black Hand to make short work of all the infantry. Ooh, that's a shame, because those infantry are expensive. And they get burned down in a wall of fire. Yeah, like I was saying, I should make note that there's a lot of Tiberium here. If Fear can get some harvesters up there, he might find himself doing a little bit better for cash. This field itself is starting to regrow. Can't say the same thing for either of Liang's Tiberium fields. But those Spectres continue to pound mercilessly. And they shoot back, but Liang gracefully dodges. And that squad of militants just got dominated. The lone Predator tank trying to run over the rocket men. Runs over one. And the other. Its railgun not able to kill the militants. And one militant survives. Not for long, though. We now have two Juggernauts and a Predator tank moving in, with a third Juggernaut at the top. The Predator tank trying to use its heavy firepower to fend off the Scorpion tank, and appears to be doing a good job. The Juggernauts are now moving in, but Liang has a stealth tank, which just died, but took down a Juggernaut before it died. And the militants get squished easily by the Predator tank. Liang looks like he's in trouble, but Fear not pushing ahead, just staying put for the time being. Meanwhile, something appears to be going on. A lone attack bike causing Fear some problems. Some Scorpion. Oh, a stealth tank looks like it's going to take out that Predator. Yes, it does. There's only one Predator tank now to defend. And it seems like, yes, he just got taken out. The Juggernauts are now stranded. They're stranded by themselves. The stealth tank got crushed, but I think that Scorpion tank's all it'll take to kill one of the Juggernauts. It does. Will it be able to kill the other one? Oh, it seems to stand there trying to kill the husk. But it didn't manage to kill the husk. And Fear expertly sends an engineer. That's the wrong color. There we go. To capture the Juggernaut back. Meanwhile, Liang's got stealth tanks, the always deadly stealth tanks, trying to take down those Juggernauts. Oh, and it appears that Nod's harvesters are now being sent over to Fear's Tiberium field, and because they're stealth, they're harvesting from Fear's Tiberium field without any resistance. Fear is also harvesting fairly heavy from it, and he is closer, so he's probably getting better money. Meanwhile, that Firehawk still flying around. It's interesting because I thought Firehawks died when they didn't have an airfield, but apparently they don't. And some stealth tanks moving out. Liang's pretty smart to go for the stealth tanks because in a match like this where the money's pretty scarce, stealth tanks are the ultimate unit because you can just sit back and micro them and they'll get their money's worth. However, rocket men will make it hard because rocket men are pretty good at killing stealth tanks. As we can see, the stealth tank moving back into the base, possibly to try and kill that power plant. And the rocket men, Predator tanks, and Juggernauts are moving in for the kill. And yes, the stealth tank is killing that power plant. And the harvester will get seen and shot by some railguns, but continue on its way. A surprise obelisk raises, badly hurts the Predator tank, and some Spectres are shooting at the Juggernauts. The obelisk manages to get taken out, but not before most their Predator tank goes. And I think that, yep, there goes the Juggernaut, the Black Hand chasing him down. And Fear knows he's taking out that husk because he doesn't want Liang capturing any of them. And the Black Hand are crushed by the Predator. Meanwhile, Liang's harvesters seem to have eaten up the majority of Fear's Tiberium field. That's going to hurt. Because not only does it take money away from Fear, but it gives money to Liang. And we can see some Spectres causing problems. Raising their barrels. Oh, the Juggernauts are shooting back though. Spectres shooting at the refineries. Juggernaut shooting, taking out a Spectre. And there goes those sneaky, sneaky harvesters. The Spectre's firing another volley, but missing. The badly damaged tower. A destroyed husk of what it once was. And there goes a lone stealth tank trying to kill the construction yard. And that Firehawk can't do anything about it because it doesn't have any ordnance. That's going to hurt Fear because he's going to lose his radar and a build queue. I believe his only build queue. And there's nothing that... Oh wait, a Predator tank tries to make a last-ditch effort to save it. And it seems to be mildly successful. I don't think that stealth tank's going to be gone for very long though. As we can see, the Spectres continuing their volley. Hurting both the War Factory and the refinery. Oh, the Juggernauts almost kill the Spectre. Some riflemen are going to try and find him. And in come the Spectre shells missing. Ooh, and that's brutal. Badly damaging 2 Spectres and killing a 3rd. Sorry, killing... Oh, 3 Spectres have died. Meanwhile, large group of Fear's Predator tanks sitting doing nothing. Oh, and both Juggernauts go down in the might of the obelisk. Interesting, Fear is trying to do the same thing. Unfortunately, his harvesters aren't invisible. And the rocket men getting shot in 1 shot. And the second group of rocket men, no doubt, all just getting run over by a harvester. In come the Predator tanks. Unfortunately, they were sitting right beside this stealth tank. And now there's 2 stealth tanks easily taking out harvesters. That hurts. Seems like that's definitely going to hurt Fear's economy big time. Like I said before, stealth tanks really are the ultimate weapon when money is short. It appears Liang has managed to capture a Juggernaut and is now having Juggernaut and Spectre bombardment onto Fear's base. And not a harvester in sight for Fear. 4 enemy harvesters in his own field. A stream of Juggernauts going in to try and do some damage. Those stealth tanks still causing problems. I don't see a single harvester for Fear. Fear's making no money right now. Meanwhile, the obelisk, 2 obelisks, taking down Predator after Predator. They're so expensive and they're dying so fast. The obelisk making short work. All the Predators are dead, except for 1, which is in his base, causing problems. Meanwhile, the Spectre's trying to take down the Predator tank. But the Predator tank manages to dodge it, and Liang almost kills his own power plant. I changed my mind, Liang does kill his own power plant. Meanwhile, the Spectre making a desperate, the Predator tank trying to make a desperate attempt to kill the Spectres, but they're invisible. He can't see them. And the stealth tank finishes the job of the refinery. I mean, not the refinery, the construction yard. Now he's going to finish the job of this refinery. Meanwhile, the relentless Spectre bombardment takes down a refinery. A desperate Pitbull tries to kill a stealth tank, but in doing so only managed to get the stealth tank veteran. That's game over, folks. Liang now has an elite stealth tank, and when you have an elite stealth tank in a low-income game, you win. Yep, the elite stealth tank taking down the barracks while the Spectres mercilessly bombard the refinery. The riflemen trying their best to fend off the Scorpion tanks, but their weapons are just too meager. And that was a very exciting game. Once again, I'm Brendan Bolstad. Thanks for watching.